Great history. A lot of people ask why Sister Clara Muhammad, and just like Imam Qasim was saying, unfortunately, we are precious diamonds. And diamonds go through a whole lot to get built, and Allah blessed us to be here for this day. And people know that we these precious diamonds. So they trying to take us away, and we're not doing it. So Sister Clara Muhammad School, and like Dr. Lynn say, we've already got it set up. We want to make sure this time, a lot of our children, when the school closed, some of them got set behind. But this time, inshallah, God willing, you always prepare. Allah give you an intelligence. Imam Muhammad, Honorable Elijah Muhammad, gave us instructions as believers. Those of us who are qualified, we take those instructions and we go set them up. So, Sister Clara Muhammad School closed 30 years. Before it closed, and it was systematically closed, it wasn't no mistake. Imam Muhammad asked that the masjid, which was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad Masjid, they wouldn't even rename the masjid Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Imam Muhammad wanted the masjid to be named after his father. He asked that the heat be disconnected from the school, which was going up in this tall ceiling, from the school. Now what they did? They disconnected all of the heat. Our children there with no heat. We running around trying to heat the school. It was a whole serious thing. So at that time, I was the chairman of the Parent Teachers Association. We went the whole lot to fight to keep Sister Clara Muhammad School open. But like I said, systematically, our history. A woman that stood firm and told them, I'll die dead as this door before I send you to my school. And we understand the history, and some of us don't know the history of Sister Clara. Imam Muhammad was very passionate about Sister Clara Muhammad School. One time we had a meeting, and we was asked, we had a meeting with Imam Muhammad about the school, and we were asked to give questions. And my question was, because we had so many different names, for the school, in the system. And I asked them to ask Imam Muhammad the question, what should the name be? They didn't write that down. But you know how Imam Muhammad was. Allah would send him what the people need. People, you go to hear Imam Muhammad, they say, oh, Imam was just talking about the same thing I was thinking about. So Imam Muhammad answered the question. He said, I named the school Sister Clara Muhammad Secondary and Elementary and Secondary School. And he told us, the brother that named the school after him. He didn't want that. He said, I named the school Sister Clara Muhammad Elementary and Secondary School. So we have all this big confusion going on, no more. Now, I stand here, and you might say, well, how's she qualified to do this, that, and another? I've established, made sure the school's name is there. Again, it was only used in 1990. You all know me. I went through those things, the probate court, trying to inform the community what's going on. I still do that. I work with the pioneers. And we have an obligation. Allah has obligated us, we are precious people, to be proud of this great heritage, for those sacrifices those people made. I don't know if you all hear these stories, how they sacrifice their very lives and things. So we are back at this point, no more. Sister Clara Muhammad School is already set. I made sure, I've been announcing it ever since last year, but I made sure I went and did it. It's interesting how you do things legally, and I can see why, unfortunately, we've had too many Muslims, and just like our brother Warif just told us, we don't want to do right. That's when Allah don't take us. I have seen them systematically throughout in the government set it up for us to fail because they know we're going to be doing business and things. We have had so many Muslims walk away with hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I said, now how did they do that? So when I was trying to do the research and get the school, I said, oh, they got a personal situation that they set people up personally to own these things. It wasn't like that. Because Allah blessed me to do 2 organizations, the Jihad Bashir Support Foundation and that Pioneering Spirit. I didn't have to give my personal information, but now they want your personal information. So you can be the person that owns these things. So if you own it, you walk away with all the money. I couldn't believe it. I wondered when I heard all this, but they know we going. So they set us up to fail because we know we have people, unfortunately, little money, they gone. Right. So you will hear more about Sister Clara Muhammad School. We're going to have a meeting, inshallah, this week and maybe next weekend with all people interested in helping. We're going to have a drive because what we're trying to do is have it. Imam Mohammed wanted this, where we educate our children without charging them. So inshallah, we're going to do this. We're going to start the drive, the beginning of, well, I guess today, until after the convention. Now, this is what I want everybody to know, too. We are supporting the convention. We go and we wanted at least 2,000 families to help us with this situation. So these 2,000 families sent a representative to the convention. They said they wanted to take the children. We are here. We're going to support each other. This is no more. Thank you all so much. May Allah continue. Yes, sir.
Question. Are you going out into the community in the Beverly area, or you broadcasting the whole citywide? Citywide. And so you're mostly trying to get us there, or citywide you're inviting the public? Because this is a real story, and this is a real African American story, and there's a lot of sincere effort in her voice. I would love to see an open house or see something on the Clara Muhammad where we can introduce just what you said and what she said to the public in the neighborhood. And I believe the public will be touched by the story alone, whether they hear it for the first time or they know our whole story.
This is 2 separate situations. I mentioned the history piece.
That's
one. And then we've got the school. So these are
two different things. But they connected.
The history piece is going to be housed in the Beverly community with it being there as a catalyst. Inshallah, we want to get into the libraries. We don't want to leave it just there. We want to get into the city of Chicago, but this is just the place to start it. The school is a Clara Muhammad school, which is citywide, and it's not even just Chicago. It's the Chicagoland area. Okay. So that's not it's not limited like that.
And will any open houses ever be held?
Yes, sir.
Like a town hall type of thing where they can come and actually hear you.
Yes.
And hear the teachers here. Because we've been hearing enough of the brothers for the past 30, 40 years. And we need to hear from our sisters more. And because you all are the story. You all have the story. It's in your hearts. It's in your memory banks. And when people hear what you did, they won't believe. Their minds will be blown. Because they think black people don't do stuff like this. So I think it's a good opportunity to do dawah and to get support for our school and our history.
Brother Warren.
Because I can't talk to people without them forcing me into a history lesson.
It's something I hadn't shared with anybody because I have to talk to you first. And I guess, inshallah, after the program, we have a situation where you say in an open house, but it's going to go, and you're talking about blowing people's mind. We don't understand. People all over the world wants to know about how these African American people came. So we have that situation, but I have to talk to you. I have to talk to you because it's respect, but inshallah, and I probably have to talk, and I'll ask you. I don't want to say anything too much, but we're doing the school, and it's going to be something else that's going to continue, not only the school, but our continued legacy. Okay? So may Allah continue to bless each